It gives me great pleasure at this juncture to introduce Steve Leonard, who's the founding Chief Executive Officer of SGInnovate. As the founding CEO of SGInnovate, Steve once again has now joined a private company which is wholly owned by Singapore government. Steve and his team are building deep tech companies from Singapore for the world. Now, Steve joined the public sector and served as Executive Deputy Chairman of the Infocom Development Authority, or IDA for short. He is a technology industry leader with wide range of experience, having played leadership roles in building global companies in software, hardware, and services. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving a big warm welcome to the one and only Steve Leonard, please. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Okay, great. Welcome, everybody. This is going to be a great day, and we are very, very happy that you're here because the Deep Tech Summit for us is a time in which people want to get together and talk about exactly this, about deep technology. We want to make sure that there's great content, great information, and please, I'm setting the expectation early on that we want to get your input and your feedback and your questions. So when we have our panels, they will be a lot richer and a lot more rewarding if you are engaging. So we have some great things to talk about, but please make sure that when the opportunity comes up, your questions are coming forward. Here's what I wanted to do, just to set the stage briefly. I wanted to talk a little bit about why we believe that this is such an important topic. So if all of these things are basically, I hope you'll agree, self-evident, we believe that all of this creates friction and significant challenge for people that seek to build deep tech startups. We know that it's more difficult to raise. We know it's more difficult to hire. We know that building a product takes longer than trying to spin up something on a mobile app. We know that getting customers to adopt it takes longer. Computer vision in healthcare is a very substantial, important thing to do, but it takes a long time to make it work. And so we want to think about all of these things as realities and challenges, but our core belief is that these are also technologies that go right to some very critical problems for humanity. So it doesn't mean that there aren't important things happening across different types of startups. Our core belief is deep tech, which we would say science-based, that is expressed through engineering. We believe that deep tech goes right to the core of some very important human problems. And that's what we want to focus on, and that's what we believe plays to a core strength for Singapore. Here's our mission. We want to help people that want to build those companies. Our goal is to help people start those companies, to make sure that the investment is there for those companies, that customers are there, and talent is there. So these are the things that we care about deeply as SGInnovate. Importantly, what we want to do is take all of the commitment that Singapore government has made for years and years and years to great education at primary, secondary, and tertiary, and also commitment to science research, and see if we can be helpful to those men and women that want to convert that to a product, to a company that goes on and expands far beyond Singapore. Creating economic value, that's the innovation-led economy that's been discussed. For us, we wanted to create Deep Tech Summit as a way of bringing people together. And this expression that we have about pouring intellectual fuel into the engine of early stage deep tech companies. People like you that are coaches and mentors, experienced leaders, potentially co-developers and builders or investors, everybody has a role to play, and we like this expression of intellectual fuel into a deep tech startup's engine. That's why we're all here together today, and we hope that you'll feel that this is a good use of your time. Okay, what I want to try and do, just to make sure that I cover everybody, because a lot of people have been helping us out, so I have a little cheat sheet here for me to make sure I don't miss anyone. But we've got partners including GIC, AWS, Innovation Norway, German Accelerator, AI Singapore, of course NTU, EDB, La French Tech, and NUS. And importantly, if I can get these in the right alphabetical order, the embassies and high commissions of Australia, Canada, Denmark, Sweden, and Switzerland have all brought either experts or their support to what it is that we're trying to do for today's event, and some of the ambassadors and high commissioners will be with us during the course of today. So Thank you to all of those people, because that's what makes things possible. Now, 2 quick announcements just to set the stage before we get into the meat of what we're here to discuss today. We have, together in partnership with Neon Poly, come up with an organizational structure around a blockchain developers program. It's great to talk about blockchain, but if there's not enough blockchain developers, we're going to struggle. So the talent piece is critical. Together with Neon Poly and Kingsland, there is the first blockchain certified developers program, and we're working on that in conjunction with our friends and partners at IMDA. And so with this in mind, that's a new program that we're launching. You'll see how to be engaged in that. The goal is to turn software developers into capable and competent blockchain developers as part of building industry applications. We'd also like to then give a shout out for our friends that are working on what we think is a very critical program, which is around empowering girls, especially in the areas of learning AI, which is going to be so critical to the future. And we want to make sure that we have all the world's talent available, and we know that young women are an amazing source of ideas and energy. And together with our good friend Aisha Khanna over at Auto AI, we're launching together a program that's focused very specifically on this age group of about 17 through 21, and that's all about young women for AI, and we have Aisha here with us. So we're very excited about being able to bring some very exciting educational opportunities to some very high potential talent that will help us build some very amazing things for the future. So with that in mind, here's the big summary. We have outstanding people here today. It's all about ideas into what we already know are amazing capabilities to build deep tech from Singapore. Why deep tech? Because it's working on important challenges for the future, for humanity. It's not another reservation system for a restaurant. It's tackling healthcare, transportation, energy, public safety. These are real challenges for people, and we want to be a part of that. Singapore has the capability with the education, with the research, with the investment support, and of course support of government. So with all of these capabilities at our fingertips, today we're trying to bring together this first Deep Tech Summit to harness a lot of that intellectual capital. And what we want to do now is have your support throughout the day, challenge us, encourage us, see those men and women that can do something amazing and reach out to them. So with that in mind, thanks for joining us.